Hi, my name is Andrew Boyd, and we are here today to analyze fingerprints in a possible B&E that happened earlier today. These are the fingerprints of the suspect that we have brought into custody. Now here we are, we're going to start with the pinky. The pinky, as you can see, has a right fading loop, which would be called a radial loop. As you can see here, it starts here, comes around this loop, and then will come back here, and then about right there. Now we're going to move to the ring finger, which, as you can see, starts right here. It's going to come up, come around, and then end right here. Now what's interesting to note is that you can see the delta point here. This ended up being a good fingerprint, and it got marked where things start to separate on both sides. That'll come into play later. Now moving on to the middle finger, this is what we would call an ulnar loop, as it fades to the left here. As you see, it starts here, comes around, and then breaks off right here, and then you can see the delta point right here. Moving on to the index finger, this too shares the same characteristics as the middle finger, as it is an ulnar loop. It starts here, comes around, and ends right here. And as you can see, the delta point is right here, where both sides start to branch. Now, moving on to the thumb, we have what we call a central pocket whorl. And what that is it mainly stays right here in the middle, doesn't branch to the left or right like the ulnar and the radial, and basically keeps to itself. And then, as you can see, the delta point is right here on both sides. Now, what we have here is the bottle that the burglar left at the crime scene. So what we're going to do now is lift the print. It's going to take me a moment here because I'm doing this by myself. I'm going to make sure that's a nice smooth fit. No bumps, no bubbles, as it could distort the fingerprint. And we're going to transfer this to the suspect card. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the best lift, but as we can see, the fingerprint left by the suspect has the same looping characteristics as the burglar, and also you can see the delta point right here. Now, looking at these, the same fingerprints brought from him from the station, these seem to be reversed, but if you take a look at the delta points of the two fingerprints, you can see that the delta point is right here. Oh, come on, work. And then the loops ending right here. Now, if we do a side-by-side of the index finger here, you can tell that it's got basically the same kind of ending points as the fingerprint that we lifted off the bottle. And then it's interesting to note that the delta points are actually in the same spot as well. So flipping this over, you can see and match that these are the same fingerprints. The index of the suspect and the index, or the index fingerprint that we took off the bottle, and then the index fingerprint that we took at the station. So, thank you very much. Goodbye.